masyado talagang mainit. And I'm happy na nandito pa rin kayo kahit na delay. Okay, so should we start? So yeah, hi guys, I'm Kebs Kayabyab. I'm a street photographer from nearby. So kung taga rito kayo, most likely nagkita na tayo at some point. And I'm also a Fujifilm X photographer. So ano lang yan, recently lang, so medyo kinikilig pa ako. So I mentioned street photography, street photographer. So audience check lang. Sino sa atin yung hindi street photographer? Can you raise your hands? Hindi street photographer. Ano lang, you never did street photography or you don't even know what street photography is. Can I ever raise your hands? Na. Ayun, meron sa likod. Okay, so merong mga hindi street photographer dito. And yung mga street photographer, saan kayo? Yeah. Can you look at each other? Look at each other. Yung mga hindi nyo kakilala. Okay, so para at least kung wala kayong napulot, at least may organic encounter kayo for today. Ayan. So, street photographer. Para dun sa mga hindi street photographer, I wanted to give a trivia about street photographers, no? So, kung meron kayong friends na street photographer and they are inviting you for a gala and then sinabi nila na walking distance lang, don't believe them. Kasi street photographers, sanay kami maglakad, 10K, 20K steps. Normal lang yun. Okay, so yun yung isang trivia. Pangalawang trivia about street photographers compared to other photographers like wedding, events, fashion, ganyan. Kami yung walang pera. Yan. So, wala akong kilala nag-street photography professionally. Pero we are just as passionate. Okay, kahit hindi namin pinagkakakitaan. So, ayun. Street photographer. So, ito yung street photographer. Some people go to the moon, some craft beer, others walk around with their cameras. So, lilipat ako, lakas ng hangin eh. Baka lumipad yung hat ko. So, ayun. So basically, yun yung ginagawa namin. We walk around with our cameras. And we take photos of people in a public setting. We take photos of cute animals. Sometimes, big animals. So we also use light as our subject. Sometimes, people with light beams. And we take photos of things and make them interact with each other. And we try to capture moments na hindi na mauulit, hindi na ma-retake. And we present ideas showing similarities and contrasts. And sometimes, we capture something surreal. Okay? So, sino ulit yung mga street photographer? Raise of hands? Yeah. Okay, kailangan ng 2 volunteers. 2 volunteers.
Yeah.
Hindi, yun, yung nakasanglob yan. Ito nakasanglob. Ito yung tumatalikod. Ito. Siya. Yung naka-brown hat. Eh, naka-brown hat. Yan. Isa pa. May free hat to, Yung wala pang cups. Ayun.
Street children eh, hindi ako street.
So, yan. So, anong name mo? Ace. So, tatanungin ko lang si Ace. Ace, can you define street photography for us?
Ngayon, para sa akin yung street photography is yung kung ano lang yung makita mo on the street na normally how kung paano paano ba? Parang kung paano mo lang ma-view yung street or kung yung daily life sa street.
Parang perspective mo kung ano yung daily life. Parang ganun. Ikaw, sir, anong name mo and bakit ka nag-street photography?
Yes. Nickname na lang, Palos. Yeah, ako si Palos. Street photography for me is taking pictures or taking moments sa streets. Of course, it's a candid moment na documents the things that are happening around us on a daily basis.
Okay, so bakit ka nag-street photography?
Kasi po isa sa mga stress reliever. Especially gusto ko rin na sa pagtanda ko, I have a story to tell to my children, sa mga kaapu-apuhan siguro someday.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Guys, palakpakan natin si Ace tsaka si Tomas.
Hindi pa palakpak, pangit.
Thank you. So, yung definition ng street photography, marami kasi, right? Pero maririnig natin usually yung keywords na candid, unstaged, unposed, public, ordinary life, ganyan. And yung reason why we do street photography, magkakaiba din. Yung iba storytelling, yung iba art, yung iba ipapamana nila sa mga anak nila, mga ganun. So maraming reasons. So what I'm gonna do, instead of giving you a tutorial, kasi magkakaiba tayo dito, may mga hindi street photographers dito, merong mga bago, meron ding mga matagal na, magaling na, ganyan. So instead of giving you a tutorial, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share some thoughts or reflections from the past 6 years that I've been doing street photography. Okay? And kung meron kayong question about tips or about yung mga how-tos, yan, tanong nyo na lang mamaya. Okay? So, reflection number 1, street photography is about finding beauty in the mundane. So, sa Tagalog, ang street photography ay ang paghahanap ng kagandahan sa pangkaraniwan. Naubos na yung English ko eh. Yan. So, up until last year, meron kaming big white wall dyan sa De La Rosa. Kasi buhay pa yung De La Rosa car park. Ngayon wala na siya. So, every time magkakaroon ng photo walk sa Makati CBD, laging dadaan dito. So, for most people, this is just a white wall. Pero for street photographers, we see this as clean background. So, kumbaga, a stage for our subjects. Parang ganun. So, for most people, white wall lang siya. For us, clean background. And yung mga round bollards dun sa labas, right? So, for most people, upuan, design ng place, ganun. Pero for us street photographers, we see shapes, we see patterns, we see repetitions, and we see similarities. So sa photo na to, ano yung similarity? Yung mga round bollards, tsaka yung ulo ng kalbo. And nung bata pa ako, mga 10 years ago, mahilig kaming tumingin sa clouds as part of our games. Na yung nagtitingin ng shapes. Pero ngayon, we rarely do that eh. Tumitingin lang tayo sa clouds kapag nag-check kung uulan. Parang gano'n, di ba? So, but for street photographers, we look down, we look up, we look everywhere, trying to find something that will catch our eyes. And yan, everyday akong dumadaan sa De La Rosa Street to buy food, to work, ganyan. And most of the time, wala talagang nagbabago. Palagi siyang ganun, everyday, ganun pa rin siya. Pero every now and then, someone would post a sticker sa random poste. Ayun, may something bago. Right? So for most people, ano siya, clutter or something na they don't mind. But for us street photographers, those are details that we can use. Right? So yung beauty, hindi lang siya dun sa yung nakikita mo or yung panglabas na anyo. Sometimes it's about the potential. So for example, yung field of sticker, hindi siya magandang tignan, pero for street photographers, may potential kasi siya. I know that I can use it. Oh, may sound effects pa. So, so I know that I can use it. So I know that I'm attracted to it kasi I know what I can do with it. Yan, so potential. And for dito sa scene na to, nakikita nyo merong tarpaulin and may mga nakasabit na bottles, right? So for most people, pabigat para hindi lumipad yung tarpaulin. But for us street photographers, we see those as details, things that we can use, things that that have potential. Naghang yata. Yan. So, and this is how I used yung bottle. Okay, so nung shinare ko to sa Facebook before, medyo nag-viral siya kasi people are thinking marketing stunt. So, ayun. And behind the scene lang, this is how I took that photo. So if you are planning to take some street photography, minsan may advantage talaga kapag may flip screen ka. So this shot wouldn't have been possible kung viewfinder lang kasi mas matangkad sa akin eh. Right? Sorry, nagahang. Yan. So, mga 4 weeks ago, pumunta ako sa sa tapat ng Ayala Museum. Kasi nag-gather ako ng material for my forced perspective workshop. No? And nakaluhod ako doon, trying to recreate this photo. Tapos lumapit sa akin yung guard. So sabi niya, Sir, anong ginagawa mo dyan? And hindi pa ako nakakasagot. And tumayip lang ako, sabi ko, finding beauty in the mundane. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi ko sinabi yun. Pagkatayo ko pa lang, sabi niya, di ba kayo yung sa Fujifilm? Kayo yung nag-exhibit dito. So, yun, nakaligtas ako dahil dun sa nationwide photo walk exhibit sa Ayala Museum. So, thank you, Fujifilm. Yan. So, ito, yung mga cones and street signs, kapag lagi mo nang nakikita, very familiar na, very mundane na. But for us street photographers, we see kasi the potential. These are things, these are details that we can use. Yan. So, one time naglalakad ako along Ayala Avenue. And then sabi nung kasama ko, bakit ka nagpipicture ng basura? Right? So, and sabi ko, kasi minsan may nakikita kang order. And dahil may order, parang may nabubuong ideas. Right? So, ito, PWD sign. Pero since parang nag-align yung coffee cup holders dun sa ulo niya, what I see is like a king seated on a throne. Parang gano'n. So, nagkakaroon ng idea. Kahit mundane lang siya. Again, picture of basura. Right? So, something na people wouldn't really find photographic. But for us street photographers, we use these things kasi we see the potential. Sorry, inulit-ulit ko kasi it's very important. So we see the potential. So this is a juxtaposition of something na of immense value, yung Mona Lisa, and something na halos walang value, yung basura. So marami akong pictures ng basura kasi may series talaga ako. And itong shot na to, I added this just in case you're wondering kung anong itsura ng mundo kung nakatira ka sa loob ng basurahan. So ganito. Yan. Yan. So this is what we're doing as street photographers. We are elevating the mundane. We are using something na hindi interesting to make it interesting. We are using something mundane, ordinary, and we create something a bit more special. So, kagaya ng clouds, it's very ordinary. Yung street light, it's very mundane. But what if pinagsama natin sila? So, may nabubuong something, right? And this is why kapag may nakita tayong naglilinis, yung street photographer would be like, what if gamitin ko yung paddle? What if I shoot through something? Kasi we are looking at something very ordinary, very common, which is naglilinis. And we want to present it as something a bit more special. Okay? And we say, what if i-take ko siya sa ganitong angle? Just to add a certain level of mystery. Or what if pumunta ako sa kabila? Just to add, just to make a better narrative. Para mas nakakatawa, baka para mas mukhang may mascot. Pero sa totoo lang, binubuhat niya lang yung fence. And this is also why, minsan may nakikita tayo naglilinis and we say, what if we add something? What if we connect it with something? Kasi we are trying to elevate the mundane. Okay? So, ayun. Sabi ni Ernst Haas, I am not interested in shooting new things. I am interested to see things new. So this is no longer just a photo of a coconut husk and two boats. This is a photo of a smiling face. Question so far? Wala? Ako yung magtatanong. Okay, so walang question? Okay. So, by the way, ito yung isa sa mga favorite shot ko, pero hindi ko masyado sinishare kasi hindi nagigets ng mga tao. So, dito sa shot na to, wala talagang light bulb. Reflection yun ng sun. Yan. So, reflection number 2, there's still room for more. So last year, nagkaroon ako ng interview and the interviewer asked me, ano yung mga common na Filipino shots? Ano yung mga cliche, kumbaga? And I said, mga taong naglalaro ng basketball sa streets, di ba? Kasi kahit sa barangay ka pumunta, meron at meron talagang nagbabasketball. Yeah, pero as street photographers, why do we still take yung mga ganong scenes, kahit na alam natin na paulit-ulit na sila? Why do we still do that? Kasi, dito na nga. Kasi we believe na kahit na same yung scene, we can still add our own perspective. Na minsan kahit na same yung perspective natin dun sa perspective ng iba, we still believe na we can contribute something different. And every now and then, we find something special. Something more special. Yan. So besides, street photography is about photographing life. And life is full of repetition. Street photography itself is a process of repetition. So, natural lang talaga na may shots ka na paulit-ulit. So for example, pumunta ka sa market, meron kang ma-shoot na mga vendors. So next time na pumunta ka, it's very likely na may vendors ka pa rin na makukuha. Kasi life is full of repetition. Okay? Yan. So, nung 2023, nag-start ako mag-aral ng forced perspective. Which is, ito, specifically, head replacement. Ito yung pinapalitan mo yung mga body parts. So, I'm happy na nung nag-start ako ng street photography, ng forced perspective, marami akong nakuhang positive feedback. And meron din akong mga friends na tinulungan ako, na clinic ako constructively. So very helpful sa akin yun. So kagaya ni Kevin Nicabales, so tinulungan niya ako nung nag-start ako. Pero meron ding mga may mga comments na nakaka-discourage din. Pero hindi naman directly sinasabi, pero nakaka-discourage pa rin. They would say something like, ayoko niyan, may nakaisip na niyan, marami nang gumawa niyan. So di ba pag narinig mo yun, parang nakaka-discourage. But I kept doing it. So, and then they would say something like, gas-gas na yan, nakakasawa na yan. And walang soul yung mga ganyang photo. Pero I kept doing it. And then they would say something like, sayang yung talent mo dyan, yung mga ganyang photo naman hindi yan mag-stand ng test of time. But I kept doing it. So, ayun. I kept doing it kasi gusto ko, but I also saw it as doing reps, parang building a muscle. So street photography is not only about idea. No? Kahit na hindi original yung idea mo, you can still practice many skills relating to street photography. So, kaya ng positioning, knowing where to stand, framing, how you compose, what to add, what to not add, or what to exclude. Tapos meron ding timing, when do you press the shutter? Merong anticipation, what are you waiting for? How long you should wait, or should you wait at all? Merong aligning, merong visualization, trying to imagine the picture in your head, conceptualizing. So maraming skills na pwede mong practicein kahit na yung idea mo, hindi pa siya original. And as you do this, sometimes makakagawa ka ng something a bit more unique. So this shot, tinake ko siya nung Fujifilm Nationwide Photo Walk ng 2024. And pagbaba pa lang namin sa tricycle, and pagkita ko pa lang ng balloons, na-imagine ko na yung shot sa head ko. Alam ko na yung kakalabasan niya. Now, would that have been possible if I was not doing reps? So, pwede ko pa rin naman matake to eh. But that's very unlikely. That was just easy for me kasi I have been doing reps. Right? So, remember, an idea can lead to another idea, which can lead to another idea. Pwedeng sa simula, yung idea mo is unoriginal, and then yung next idea mo is inspired, and then yung next idea mo is already original. Pwede mangyari yun eh. So, using clouds, that's not original. Connecting clouds with street light, that's not original. Pero sometimes, makakagawa ka ng something like this. Like, using clouds as flags. So, as far as I know, wala pang gumagawa nun. And maybe that's my original idea. Because I did the reps. Okay? So, I'm glad that I did not stop doing this head replacement thing. Kasi eventually, this led me to this shot. And this is one of my favorite shots so far. And I'm happy to share na yung shot na to has already been exhibited in Ireland, in Mexico, in Italy. Sana Philippines. And that's because, yun yan, I did not stop doing head replacement. So, ayan, if kahit sobrang dami ng sunset photos sa mundo, if that's what you like, go take it. Make it good and share it with us kasi there's still room for one more sunset photo. Kahit na sobrang dami ng cat photos sa mundo, yan, take it and share it with us kasi there's still room for one more cat photo. Right? So, as you do it, study layering, study juxtaposition, but take that cat photo and share it with us. And lastly, there's still room for another street photographer who will eventually have their own unique perspective and original ideas. Okay? Remember, everything has been done before, but not by you. So yung ina-align yung aso sa street markings, that's not original idea, but this photo is mine. Okay? So, yun. Yun yung second reflection. Any questions so far? Yun, go.
Help me lang, saan ako kumukuha ng mga reference for less
Okay. So, in terms of references, marami tayong inspiration. No? Pwedeng sa contemporary photographers, pwedeng sa contemporary photographers, pwedeng sa mga collectives, and pwedeng sa mga archives. So what I do is pag may gusto akong photo, sinasave ko siya sa isang folders. Isang folder. That acts as my visual library. So, ayun. Meron ba? Question?
Any more questions? Like review.
Jana?
Everyone is encouraged to ask questions kay Kebs Kayabia because it is very rare that we shall see him in person. So we never know when's the next time that you can ask him a question. So yes, you may proceed here sa my mic and take it away.
Hello, paano naman yung form ng pag-ask ng consent kapag mukha yung pipicturean mo?
Yeah.
Or kailangan ba nakatago or nagpapaalam pa?
Yeah. Get it. So, maraming approach dyan, no? Yung iba hindi talaga mag-ask ng consent. Yung iba mag-ask ng consent after. Yung iba mag-ask ng consent and then lalayo and then pipicturean some other time. So, may mga strategies in terms of asking consent. So, I think what's important is meron kang personal guidelines kung paano mo gagawin to. So, for me, kung manonotice nyo, wala akong masyadong portrait photo eh. So I usually take scenes or concepts, gano'n. Kasi I'm also conscious dun sa pag-take ng face. And marami akong pictures ng kids, pero they're always a group. And I have a personal guideline na huwag mag-take ng photo ng kids kung walang other adults around. So parang gano'n. So maganda na meron kang mga ganong guidelines for yourself. Kasi wala masyadong guidelines eh. Magkakaiba rin per country.
Again, we have t-shirts now for those who will be asking questions. So please feel free to approach the mic. Alright.
Yeah, mostly ako yung question ka about your thought process.
Yes.
Like, let's say yung shot mo dun sa, yung may white na car, and then may white na smudge. So like, inabangan mo ba yung car, naisip mo, may dadaan ng car dito. So, paano yung thought process mo doon?
May white na car?
Yes, yung sa De La Rosa.
Okay. Yeah. So easy lang to, promise. Easy lang siya.
Kahit actually any of it, like,
Okay. Sige.
ano yung iniisip mo? Like,
Yes.
naabangan mo ba siya or may iniisip ka bang concept na gagawin ko to?
Okay, sige. So let's take one of these as example. No? So, madaling i-explain to in the context of forced perspective. No? So, forced perspective, it's very rare na makakakita ka ng shot na naka-align na. That's very rare. It's a happenstance. That's why we call it happenstance. So if you're looking for happenstance, madidisappoint ka. Kasi it's very rare. So, this is an open secret. This is part of my workshop. Most ng forced perspective, they start from picking one detail, picking one element, and then finding something to add to it. So halimbawa, yung sa tinatanong ni Biggs kanina, paano yung white car kanina na may stickers? So nauna doon, is yung focus ko lang talaga is yung sticker. Parang hindi ko nakita na nag-align yung car. So nauna yung sticker, and then once you have something that you're focusing on, you think of an idea. Iko-connect ko ba to? Anong kulay? Mga ganun. And then you start working it out. Parang ganun. So it always starts with one thing that you're focusing on. That's why inuulit-ulit ko yung una kasi it's about finding beauty in the mundane. Kasi kung hindi ka interested dun sa detail na yun, hindi mo maiisip yung next step, which is yun yan, coming up with an idea. Kasi yung detail pa lang, na-miss mo na. Okay? Biggs, okay ba? Sige. So, ituloy ko. Okay, so reflection number 3. Street photography is like being a tourist in your own area. Okay, so as a tourist, kahit na night owl ka, gumigising ka ng maaga, right? And kahit natamad ka, naglalakad ka ng 10k steps, 20k steps sa Japan. Bakit? Kasi excited ka. You're excited to see new things, experience new things. Ganun din kapag street photographer. So, I'm sure most of us nakarating na sa poblasyon, right? And ano usually yung nire-relate natin sa pag naisip poblasyon? Drinks, food, ano ba? Photography. So, so I shot this from inside filling station. So, ito yung example ng happenstance. Nagkataon lang na may nakaupo doon, and then naka-align sila. Wala akong kailangan gawin, naka-align na sila. And I shot this outside of a restaurant or a bar. Ay, hindi ko alam, pero may mural siya sa loob. So, poblasyon is not just about the red light district. Meron din siyang vibrant residential community. Kaya nito. And last month, nagphoto ako kami sa poblasyon. First time ko ginamit tong camera na to. And it's not the first time that I'm using an XE5, of course. Pero sa akin kasi to. Salamat Fujifilm. Salamat Fujifilm. Ayan. So, ayan. So, every time na magkakaroon ng ganitong event, I'm still so excited. I'm sure nakaka-relate kayo, street photographers. Hindi nyo naman first time mag-photo walk. Hindi nyo naman first time pumunta sa poblasyon. Hindi nyo naman first time makikita yung mga taong nandito. Or, ayan, parang ang daming hindi first time, pero bakit excited ka pa rin? Kasi, you're hoping, you're optimistic that you will find something. Right? And naiisip mo, what will I find today? Meron kang curiosity na may makikita ka. So, nung photo walk na yon, nakita namin yung parade ng Stations of the Cross. That parade lasted until midnight. Yeah. And when we go to celebrations like this, street photographers, we don't only focus on the festivities. Normally nga, umuwi tayo, madalas hindi nga about the fiesta eh. Usually, you focus on the life around the festivities. So, merong kids na naglalaro outside. Merong vendors, siopaw vendors. And meron ding mga bagay na nag-align with each other. So you see those things, not just about the festivities. And meron ding nagtatali ng clouds kasi mainit, baka umalis. Ayan. So sabi ni Alex Webb, whether I'm photographing near or far from where I live, I try to embrace a sense of discovery. So, street photographers, ito yung iiwasan nyo na mawala sa inyo. This sense of discovery. Okay? So, this sense of discovery is why I kept walking again and again along Ayala Avenue, hoping to find something that was not there before, like a new pattern. Or finding a new cheap paint from a sign na pwede kong i-align sa pusa. And that's also the reason why lagi akong bumabalik dito sa Triangle kasi I'm curious. I have that sense of discovery. And because I have that, minsan may nakikita akong nagpapaligo ng cat. Right? And minsan may nakaupo sa taas ng cat. And minsan may nag-exercise with the cat. So, if you notice, one thing, sa lagi mo makikita dyan, paulit-ulit, kasi lagi tayo bumabalik sa Ayala Triangle, but there's still something exciting. Because you have that sense of discovery. Right? So, ayun. Familiarity makes things invisible. Curiosity brings them back. So, yun, try nyo wag mawala yung curiosity na yun. Okay? Questions? Sige, sir.
Alam mo how many minutes?
Kasi you always use your camera, diba?
Yes.
Like, for example, yung akin, sobrang banked up na siya. How do you keep it there? Kasi I have a brother who maganda yung camera niya, pero he never uses it. It's still in the... Sa akin naman, ganito na siya. As in, I really use it for ilang years na to. So, how do you keep it without missing photographs like that? Kasi I've seen your camera.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Kasi bago siya eh. So, yan, yung cameras, actually, kung nadudumihan siya, it's a badge of honor minsan. Kaya, ayun, parang sa akin, hindi kasi ako nagbe-baby ng camera. So that's why natatakot akong humiram din ng mga lenses, ng mga ganyan. So, ayun, parang the most important thing for me when it comes to cameras is that dapat palagi ko siyang madadala. So malaking factor sa akin yung size. Kasi yung mga shots na nakita nyo, most of those shots are not from photo walks eh. Those are shots na tinake ko kasi bibili ako ng grocery. Long cut lang, dadaan lang sa Ayala Triangle, pero pupunta din ng landmark. So that's how important it is for me na dapat maliit yung camera. So yun, hindi ko siya binibaby, dinadala ko siya sa groceries, yun sa errands. Yeah. Bago lang kasi, salamat Fujifilm. Meron ba? Sige. Ay,
How can I be a fly on the wall? Parang invisible habang
Yeah.
street photographer.
Okay. So, for those who, shucks, kailangan ng translator. For those who, don't know, yung term na fly on the wall, yun yung part na nagpo-photograph ka, pero ini-ignore ka lang ng mga tao. So, tinatanong niya, how do I become a fly on the wall? So, for me, it's very simple. For me, it's about sticking in an area for a long time. Kasi kapag nag-shoot ka, tapos umalis ka, yun medyo sneaky, medyo suspicious yun. Pero if you've been there, like halimbawa, nandito lang ako sa Ayala Triangle, paikot-ikot, people they get more comfortable eh. As compared to someone na shoot tapos aalis, parang walang chance for engagement. So, yun, parang slow down and stay area for a longer time. That's one. And pangalawa, ironically, use a wide-angle lens. Kasi mapo-force ka na lumapit. This allows you to be more mindful of your shots. Personally, I don't like street photography na nagiging confidence game. I don't like street photography that is more about being confident. I'm more about what I find interesting. Kasi if you're shooting with wide-angle lens, and then you're close to someone, this exposes you. This makes you vulnerable. And over time, kasi it makes you vulnerable kasi they can ask you questions. And that's not a bad thing. Actually, pag mas na-expose ka sa ganun, mas nagiging natural yung galaw mo. And mapapansin nyo to sa mga ibang photographers, meron silang galaw na sneaky lang eh. Parang suspicious lang eh. And then there are also other photographers na parang very natural. Di ba? So I think it's because nasanay sila taking photos na malapit. Thank you. Meron pa?
Meron pa rin po bang times na nag-hesitate kayo na mag-capture sa streets?
Nag-hesitate? Yes, meron pa rin. So, maraming times actually. So, kung makikita nyo yung photos ko, yung like say Instagram, and then you will inspect it, you will notice na maybe 50% of my photos are group of kids. Then maybe 30% are concepts, first perspective, juxtaposition. And then maybe 10% are photos of men. And then maybe 5% are photos of mixed individuals. May matanda, may bata, ganyan. But I rarely take photos of women. I'm conscious about that. So, ayun, parang I'm conscious about that kasi I know na they're safe with me, but they don't know that. So, I'm very mindful of that. So, maybe that's something na I need to work on, but yes, I hesitate a lot, especially taking photos of women. Especially if yung pinaka-reason mo why you're taking a photo of that woman is because she's attractive. So yun, iniiwasan ko yun. Yeah. Meron pa? Next.
Do you have a preference when it comes to aperture and focal length?
Yes. So my preference is 28 millimeter. So 18 millimeter Fuji. Or 18 to 55 na kick lens. So yung favorite ko talaga 18. And when I go out, I always start with f8. Palaging nandun. And f8, 1/250. And then kung kaya ng light, f11, f16. Palaging pataas. So I rarely do bokeh. Yan. Yun yung preference. Thank you. Yan. So reflection number 4. You won't see photos the same way forever. So ito, I shot this in 2019 and at that time, gustong-gusto ko talaga itong shot na to. And then now, it's still very, it's still something na I really like. Na baka mas gusto ko pa nga siya ngayon eh. Kasi, the reason why I was able to take this shot is because I was in the office. And I was in the office kasi I was employed. Ngayon, unemployed na ako. Hindi, joke lang. Ngayon, self-employed na ako. But even if makabalik ako dun sa office na yon, hindi ko na mauulit tong shot na to kasi may bago ng building covering this. So, hindi na siya mauulit. So that makes it more special. So this is in Valero Car Park. Tapos ito naman, I shot this in 2022. Gusto ko talaga siya dati. Kasi at that time, mahilig ako sa neon stuff and meron pa akong Japan fever. Pero ngayon, nawala na yun when I look at this shot. Parang okay pa rin siya, pero hindi na ako ganun ka-excited dun sa shot. And then ito, shot nung 2019. Nung nakakuha ko to, naisip ko, shucks, ito na yata yung pinakamaganda kong photo ever. Gusto ko siya. Pero ngayon parang snapshot na lang siya. Just a memory of the time na meron pang light show sa Ayala Triangle. So guys, ibalik nyo please. So, ayan. Hindi na siya maulit. Ganun. Pero yun yan, hindi ko na rin siya masyadong gusto. Parang ganun. So ayun, photos don't change, you do. So your taste will change. Your relationship with photos will change. So narinig niyo yung term na marination, right? Yan yung pagka-shoot mo, wag mo kagad ipopost, parang ganun. I-marinate mo muna para mas makita mo. So, yung purpose nun is not that yung pangit mo na shot gaganda. Hindi siya ganun. Pag pangit talaga. Pero, what you consider beautiful, yun pwede magbago. Right? So, makaka-affect sa selection niyo. Yan. So, nung 2020, ganito yung mga shots ko, ganito yung mga gusto ko. Gusto ko malinis, gusto ko isang subject lang. And madalas mahilig ako sa mga light na diagonal. Yan, ganyan yung mga shots ko. 2020. So by 2023, first quarter, gusto ko ganito na, gusto ko ma-action. Gusto ko ang dami nangyayari. Pag hindi ganito, boring. Parang ganun. Right? And by 2023, third quarter, gusto ko yung ganito na, yung may subtle humor, yung may concept. And may happy accident, kumbaga. And by 2024, gusto ko medyo surreal. Yung may vibe na parang otherworldly vibe. Ganun yung gusto ko. And 2025, I shot black and white and I did the XF project. And then I also started curating and sequencing my older photos. Which led me to review some of my older photos na tinignan ko. Ito, 2019 tong dalawang to. And I said, parang mas maganda to na black and white. Parang mas maganda to na magkasama sila. Dati, hindi ko maiisip yun. And this shot, parang isang favorite na shot ko sa Baguio. And ganito yung gusto kong look dati. Gusto ko desaturated pero high contrast. That's why classic chrome. Eh, nung ibibigay ko na for printing, ba't parang mapusyaw? Parang kulang sa kulay. So, pinalitan ko ng Velvia. And ganito na siya. Ganito na yung gusto ko ngayon. So, ano yung point ko? Bakit ko pinapakita to? Is that your focus will change. don't stress too much about not having a style. So kaya ko dinagdag yun kasi yun yung pinaka-common na question na nare-receive ko. How do I find my own style? How did you develop your style? And honestly, hindi ko alam ang sagot talaga. Hindi ko alam ang sagot. What I do know is that eventually, you will have a body of work. If you don't give up, you will have a body of work. And once you have a body of work, may makikita kang mga patterns. Makikita mo kung ano yung mga inclinations mo. Makikita mo kung ano yung mga gusto mo sa shot, ano yung mga ayaw mo. And yun, mas makikita mo yung, mababasa mo yung photos mo in relation with your other photos. Okay? So, itong set na to, kung paano ko siya binuo, pumili ako from around 1,000 shots. I narrowed it down to 150, and then 40, and then 10, and then I sequenced it. And then once na sequence ko, pinakita ko sa wife ko kung naiintindihan niya yung sequencing. Gets niya naman daw. And yun, nakasa ko for a contest. And this set is my Lens Culture 2025 entry. And nanalo siya as finalist and jurors pick at that time. So, it's very important to have a body of work. Kasi, yung isang struggle ng street photographers, minsan, madalas itong nangyayari for street photographers, is the lack of direction. So una, magpo-photo ka, i-edit mo, post mo sa Instagram. And the next, photo ka, edit mo, post mo sa Instagram. That cycle na paulit-ulit, minsan nakaka-burnout yun eh. Kasi paulit-ulit eh. For others, that's okay. Pero for some, na ganun yung galawan, most likely mabu-burnout sila and magkukwit sila. Right? Kasi walang sense of direction. Pero, once you have a body of work, mas madali magkaroon ng sense of direction sa street photography. Kasi wala tayong boss, di ba? Wala naman nagsasabi sa atin kung anong gagawin eh. And walang nagsasabi sa atin kung ano yung next level, right? Pero, yun. Once you have the body of work, you will have a sense of direction. Makikita mo yung shot mo. Marami pala akong mga clouds photo. What if I develop this project? That's a direction. And then makikita mo, marami akong shots na panay humor, kalokohan. Bakit wala akong portraits? Maybe I should take more portraits. That's a direction. Makikita mo na, bakit ang kalat ng layering ko? Mag-aral kaya ako ng layering. That's a direction. And once you start reviewing your photos ng ganito, minsan maisip mo, what if gumawa ako ng photo book? And once you have a photo book, what if gumawa ako ng isa pa? So nagkakaroon ko ng sense of direction. What if yung nasa photo book ko, i-project ko sa slideshows? What if itry ko mag-exhibit? So nagkakaroon ng direction just because you have a body of work. Pero hindi ka magkakaroon ng body of work if you quit too early. Okay? So, ayan. The point is, give it time, you will grow. Wag kang mag-chase ng style. Okay? Questions? Dalawa.
Hello, sorry I'm not good at Tagalog, but I feel very seen by what you said about the burnout. I did street photography for a few years and then I quit entirely because, like we said, so I wanted to ask, before you get to the burnout stage, how do you manage your creative process? How do you wake up every day and still love photography? Because for me, I kind of fell out of love.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. The advice to look at my body of work and look for the patterns. I will definitely do that as soon as I get home. But when I start up photography again, how do I avoid hating it again,
Yeah. So, I don't know how to improve that sense of curiosity again. What I do know is how it disappears. And these are the things that you should avoid. One is, you should avoid chasing likes, chasing trends. Avoid that. And you should also avoid chasing big events. So that's why my first reflection a while ago is finding beauty in the mundane. Right? So try to create a body of work from things that are normal. And once you do that, as you do that, you will create a body of work that will inspire you to do more. So that's the point that I was not able to say, is that your body of work will also inspire you to get better, because you will be able to critique yourself. And it's a nice thing that you're able to critique yourself, because there's no expectation of anything. You can say, pangit to, this is bad. You say, this is good. I like this. This won't do well in social media, but I like this. So you can critique your work. So I like this quote by Da Vinci. Sorry, I'm not saying it verbatim, but he said something like, the artist cannot self-evaluate, will not reach far. I can't remember the quote, but that's the idea. Yeah. So does that make sense? Thank you.
Since you mentioned naman po na we need to have direction, pero how about naman po sa atin na nagkakaroon pa rin ng creative block since
Yeah.
we start sa street photography?
Yeah, got it. So when you say creative block, I think what you meant is yung time na either wala kang maisip na idea or wala kang motivation. Right? Is that the idea? So, yeah. So kapag nangyayari sa akin yun, I just go out with my camera with no expectations. So that's why it's very, it's very crucial for me, yung first point, na you go out, find the beauty in the mundane, and, yeah, have no expectations dun sa time na meron kang creative block. Kasi, most of the time, paano ba nangyayari yung creative block? What led you there in the first place? So, for me, most of the time, nangyayari yun kapag, let's say, na-caught up ako sa social media, na nakikita ko na, uy, bakit sila, ang daming naisip, ang daming nagagawa, but then ako, walang bago. Parang ganun. Yung mga ganun. You have creativity blockers ba? So, find your creativity blockers and, try to avoid those things. Does that make sense? Thank you. Okay. So, okay, go.
Yes, I'm just curious if you took a shot, for example, a particular scene. Is it more that you have already a particular idea in mind or a particular theme, or it's more on experimental?
Yeah. So it's very rare that you already have an idea in mind. So what's deliberate is that when you are trying to practice something in particular, you go to a place where you can actually practice that. So for example, if you're trying to practice layering, you go to the market kasi you know that there's more chance of practicing that. But about having a particular idea in mind, usually it's just spontaneous. You have some inspiration, but the actual idea, it's spontaneous. Except when I did the X-Half project. So that time I wrote panel 1, ganito, panel 2, ganito. So that's the only time that I planned my shot. So there's a shot na I took a photo of a cat's tail, and I really said na I have to connect this to a chicken. So I went out to find a chicken. So that's the only time I planned shots. Yeah. Okay. So let's move to the last point. So reflection number 5, street photography is an adventure. Okay. So I shot this during my first time in Binondo. The first time I attended Chinese New Year. So I shot this in 2023. Sorry na, nagugulo ako, nakapa-English ako eh. So, and then yung next, I shot this in Angono, Rizal. It's like my second time during a kite festival. And this one is in Miami, Florida. Hindi, joke lang. Ano to? Dolomite Beach, Malate. Yan. Dolomite Beach, Malate. And this one is from neighborhood in Santa Ana, Manila. I took this on a rooftop ng isang 60-year-old tenement building where kids still play kites and humans coexist with animals. So, I heard this quote, your camera is your passport. Totoo to in my experience. So kung street photographer ka, marami ka talagang mararating sa buhay. Kagaya ng Dolomite Beach. So may mga pupuntahan kang lugar na hindi ka naman pupunta doon kung wala kang balak mag-photography. Hindi naman ako gigising na parang masarap maglakad-lakad sa Guadalupe. I'll go there kasi mag-photo ako. Right? So because of street photography, I've been to places I never planned to go. And in 2025, na-meet ko tong family na to sa side ng Pasig River. Pinipilit nila kaming tikman yung fish na hinuli nila. Nagiinuman sila ng craft beer. Joke lang. And this side, he's telling us how he's the best fisherman in Poblacion. And in 2026, nabigay ko yung prints. Shoutout kay JP dito sa photo na to. Then in 2023, I took a photo of this popcorn vendor. In 2026, nabigay ko yung print. So, and he now displays this in his card. Hello, mic test. In 2023, I took this shot of Mario. And in 2026, nakita ko ulit siya. Kinuha niya yung photo, gagawin niya daw na profile pic. And in 2025, I met a kid na nag-aalaga ng chickens na kahit ano daw gawin ko, hindi sila maglalaban. So this is the proof. And I met a teenager na nung binigay ko yung print sa kanya, he said na, ang ganda, parang mamimit ko na si Lord. So yan, dami ko rin nakilalang tao. Dami kong naging kaibigan. So street photography has introduced me to people I never expected to meet. I'm sure lahat kayo may ganong experience. Karamihan ng friends nyo ngayon, baka street photographers na rin. Me, I'm no longer employed, self-employed. So wala akong nakikilalang bago sa church lang at sa street photography. So, ayan. So let me end this with a story. No? Or at least start of the story. Kasi, I'm sure hindi kayo nagwa-wonder nito, pero isa-share ko pa rin. Paano nangyari na nag-street photography lang tapos nagsasalita na sa Ayala Triangle? Paano nangyari? So, mahabang kwento. Pero I can tell you how it started. Okay? So, it started with this. Yan. So, it started with me contacting me noong 2021. She said, "Hi Mark Kevin, V here of Fujifilm Philippines. May I know if you are available to talk or e-meet?" Yan. So, I encourage you guys, yung take the photos that you want to take in. Keep sharing your photos. Who knows? Maybe one of these days, i-reach out kayo ni Jay, i-reach out kayo ni V, ni Jess, and yun, mag-reply kayo ng maayos. Huwag nyo gagayahin yung ginawa ko. Kasi yung ginawa ko, sabi ko, hello, when and for what? Very professional. So, ayun. Because of street photography, yun, nagkaroon ako ng mga experience na hindi ko talaga may experience. So, yan. Go out, stay curious, and start your own street photography adventure. Yeah. Time for more questions?
All right. If there are any more or no longer